Hey, how you doing? Austin here. In this video, we're going to be giving you an update on Baby Doge. There is an event today, obviously happening, the pretty big burn. We're going to talk about the fact that some of you guys think that it's actually not a big burn, and I would agree as a percentage it's not, but there's some things around it I want to talk about that you might not have thought about, and so I want to talk about that. So that's going to be the main thing we're going to talk about, as well as I want to look at their chart. There's an interesting thing that you probably may have overlooked, specifically related to Baby Dogecoin chart. So stick around if that's of interest to you. Drop in the comments below. Let me know how long you've owned Baby Doge and how many you have. I'd love to hear from you. As always, for those of you guys who are interested, I've got my Inner Circle and Patreon supporter levels over here at my Patreon. Links are in the description below. Check it out. You can join and just cancel if you want anytime if you don't feel like it's right for you. You can direct message me. I can look at your portfolio, give you advice, things like that. And also you get access to my Inner Circle. If you join at that level, you get access to my portfolio, see what I'm buying, what I'm holding, and I let you know when I buy, when I sell. Also, you get a weekly hot crypto newsletter that has at least 3 to 5 cryptos in it that are, I think, that are moving up and maybe good for jumping into and things like that. So check that out, description below. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. So Baby Doge had a pretty massive run up in the last day or so. It was all leading up to this coin burn that's happening today. Actually in less than 2 hours. No, in about 2.5 hours, give or take, somewhere in there at 11 o'clock Eastern time. And so, yeah, that's right. Less than 2 hours. Sorry. Brain's not quite yet. I'm not fully caffeinated yet. This is an energy drink here, so that's what I got to get all going. We had a nice run up, but we backed off of that a little bit. I fully expected us to do that, but therein lies one of the points that I want to really talk about in this video. Okay, so I want to look at the last month. Okay, and we want to look at this now. This spike here, I believe, yeah, this was Elon when he spiked when he tweeted out about a Baby Doge. I frankly believe that had nothing to do with the actual coin. It had to do with him getting a puppy, a Baby Doge, baby puppy, right? A Shiba Inu puppy, and it spiked. Okay, but what happened, interestingly enough, is that after the spike, we didn't drop down. We didn't drop down to the previous levels that we had been doing, if that makes sense. Okay, so after the spike, we basically achieved a higher resistance level. Is really, I apologize, a higher support level. Okay, and that is, interestingly enough, happened as well. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you here. So this is where we were running at before. This was basically the spike that happened when everybody got really excited about this coin burn that we're going to talk about here in a minute. And you can see that we did not drop back down to the previous levels. Okay, so the cool thing about that is, number one, that's an increase of how many people are holding, as well as it. We didn't drop back down, and so that is now a new support level that is higher than obviously where we were before. Okay, so it's something really positive to kind of look at and keep your eye on, and just kind of keep an eye on this trend line. Every now and then, kind of drop into coin market cap, look at this right here, and you can check this out. Okay, so that's something I wanted to point out. Because the overall situation looks pretty good, even though, yeah, we've backed off a little bit. We had a pretty significant run up in the last 24 hours. Okay. Also, notice the volume is continuing to rise, and these little trend line, this gray here is like so interesting to me how it spiked up, down, spiked up, down, spiked up, down. Okay. It's interesting. Okay, what else did I want to show you? Oh, we get a lot of questions still on where can you buy this, and I would tell you that the main one is most likely PancakeSwap, and then there's of course BitForex and a few others. But these are if you're ever looking at trying to figure out where you can buy a particular token, then go to CoinMarketCap, look up that one you're looking at, okay, and then click on Market right here, and you will learn where you can pick it up at. Okay. All right, so I want to talk about now the coin burn. Okay, so happening right here, happening at 11 a.m. Eastern time, they're burning 1 quadrillion. Okay, now I had a lot of you guys drop in, not a lot, but a fair amount of you drop in the fact that a 1 quadrillion burn is not necessarily a large burn as a percentage of how much Baby Doge there is. Okay, I get that, and I want to talk about that though, but because there's the whole concept of burns are really actively being discussed right now around Shiba Inu and and Baby Doge and things like that. And I really wanted to kind of address that and chat with you about this burn scenario. What I would say to you is this: if you feel that a 1 quadrillion token burn is not a lot in the context of the overall circulation of Baby Doge, I want you to understand I get that. But here's what I would say. I would say that whether you feel that it's a large enough burn as it relates to the circulation is only part of that equation. The other part of the equation that I think is more impactful, so to speak, that is as impactful, not more. Okay, I think those are equal. Is the perception that burn has. Keyword being perception. Is the marketing around that and the perception of it. This spike that we saw has everything to do with this burn. It brought new retail holders into Baby Doge, thus increasing the price. It has been out there massively discussed, massively marketed, and oh, by the way, marketed really like via word of mouth, okay? And that is very, very, very significant. Okay, it increased the number of holders dramatically. I mean, the number of holders has gone up to 530,000 plus holders. It was just 512 the other day. I mean, it's massively bringing in new retail right here, just past 530. This was 9 hours ago. It's higher than that. It brings in new retail money. Okay. And yes, the burn does help to reduce the oversupply long term. And you have to look at this more than just in the next 5 minutes. Okay, look at it longer term. Look at it and how the token is set up. It's deflationary, all those kind of things, right? And it's a very interesting equation that I really wanted to focus you on the fact that whether you believe that the burn is immediately impactful or not, you cannot deny the power of the marketing around the burn. And therein lies, I think, the true power of it is that the marketing, which I give Baby Doge credit for, they marketed this really well. They went out there and said, hey, if you go out and retweet these things and things like that and we'll increase the burn. And they did, okay? So I think we originally were at like 500 billion is what they were going to burn, and they said, "Hey, no, if you do this and you do this, then we'll increase it to 1 quadrillion." And that's the more impactful thing is that I will tend to always focus you on the marketing aspect of it because I think that is really, really profound, and that is what makes this powerful. Is that bringing in new people? That's really the power of this, right? And that's really what I wanted to focus you on in this video was, number one, we've established a new support level higher than we were, significantly higher. If this holds, we might back off of this a little bit, but I mean, this didn't really surprise me. I called this yesterday. I said there will be a back off. There will be a somewhat of a sell off from this run up. I mean, I said, hey, we're gonna spike and then we're gonna dip a little bit, which we have. But I also mentioned we might establish a new support level, which we have, okay? And then I wanted to address the elephant in the room, talking about, a lot of comments that I've gotten on the couple of Baby Doge videos I've done, where people were saying, hey, it's not a big enough burn to make it significant statistically around how many there are in circulation and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And my point is that whether you believe that or not, it's really more about the power of the marketing around the burn and the perception and all that to bring in new holders for Baby Doge, which is going to drive the price up. All right. Thank you as always for your support for my videos. I appreciate you. I'll see you later. Take it easy.